What's going on, guys? It's Chef. Back here on some more X Defiant. I think tomorrow is the last full day for the game, so I'm just, you know, trying to enjoy myself. We also ended up unlocking the silver camo for the TAC 50 or level 158. If we can hit 300 by, like, tomorrow night, I could technically unlock the gold for it, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it there. I know that other people already have it. I think I'm, like, top 30 or something in overall sniper kills, which is pretty good. I had no idea I was that high. So more confusion involving Twitter. I made a video a couple days ago saying, like, I am no longer Jeb because they had that whole verification thing go down where they ended up removing everybody's stuff on 420. Well, it turns out yesterday or the day before that, now all of a sudden, all of the people that had it removed, or at least a lot of them that had it removed, ended up getting it back. Apparently they ended up changing their mind again. I don't know. Shit just doesn't make any sense. So apparently now, if you have over 1 million followers, you now get Twitter Blue /verified, but they're kind of different things now. Because obviously if you're quote verified through getting 1 million followers or quote verified by paying for it, it's not really the same thing, right? In the end, you would still end up specifying like their differences. One thing that's confusing to me though is that it still says on the profile, instead of just saying like this account is like legacy verified or whatever, the legacy stuff is gone. Now it says that I paid for Twitter Blue. But I don't pay for Twitter Blue. Why would I make an entire video talking about how I'm not gonna pay for it and then start to pay for it? It doesn't make any sense. I was thinking at first like, oh, maybe it's like a bug, you know, some display stuff going on, you know? I've never done it on the website before and the website has just been in a downward spiral for I don't know how long at this point. In terms of like their changes, it just seems like they don't really know what's going on. It was such a consistent, normal platform for so long and it's just, but hey, it's content. It's just an insanely inconsistent site. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. So apparently I'm Jev again. Like really my whole thing was worrying about like people getting scammed and shit like that. It happened so much back on like Xbox and shit like that, and I got so tired of hearing people's parents fucking message me and shit. I told the story before, but I had a point in time where a kid got scammed for like $100 worth of Microsoft points or some shit. And their mom literally sent me a message on Xbox talking about how like I'm in big trouble and all this other shit. It's like I'm sorry to tell you, man. It straight up just wasn't me. Yeah, obviously with people still being able to just buy the Twitter Blue stuff, which would be nice if people just had the features to begin with instead of like having to pay for it. But like just paying for Twitter in general is just weird for me. So I am Jev again. I'm the real Jev now. What? I don't deserve that either. I'm just gonna say it. I'm hitting insane shot and they're able to just walk away. I deserve it just for hitting the shot. I have even less aim assist on this. Yeah, it says that I subscribed to Twitter Blue and like verified my phone number or some shit like that. Like maybe if it says this Twitter has Twitter Blue, or it says like this user exceeds 1 million followers, so it is subscribed to Twitter Blue, something like that. I don't know. It's gonna be a terrible day once this beta ends. I got a hit marker and he still has 100 HP. Wait for this new netcode, I'm telling you. Come on, man. Dude, the silver on this game is so clean. Somehow the camos on this game, in terms of like their finishes, look better than Modern Warfare's, which is odd. Because I think overall, it's still in terms of like the realism and overall graphics, Modern Warfare looks better. But it's also able to look a lot worse. Like this game, you can turn it down to like the bottom of the barrel and it still looks really good. Where on Call of Duty, when you turn it all the way down, you can make it look crazy, which, you know, has its ups and downsides and stuff. But Twitter doesn't make any more sense. So I made that whole video saying like, you know, look out for scammers and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be mad about having the features, but having to charge people for features on a website is just, it's odd to me for Twitter specifically, just because it's only a recent thing that they started charging anything for things on the website that literally should have just existed the entire time. An edit button, all that other stuff. Like, it should have just been a regular feature of the site. Instead, now it's like monetized and like odd. And I know some people are weird and they like all this corporate shit, but this is not the channel you come to. Like, you literally hear me trashing giant companies like Activision all the time. You shouldn't be surprised. I think it's a bad decision. Also, 1 million followers is such a hefty amount. Surely they should be notable then, but like sure, 1 million makes sense, but there are a ton of notable people that just don't have 1 million followers. I don't know. It's odd to me. It's odd that like somebody that is a completely legitimate person that should be paid attention to on the website could have less than 1 million, so they would have to pay. I don't like it. It's annoying that I have to keep updating people about whether or not something is a legitimate account of mine or not. You know, I just realized that I never actually had a bad spawn on this game. And a bad spawn in terms of like, I spawn behind somebody, for example, and I'm just able to kill them for free or something. Now the pace is super fast and you can get right back into the fight immediately. But I've never actually had a bad spawn where I spawned directly behind someone that like just came from the area and they're immediately in my line of sight as soon as I do any, oh my. I'm really curious how all the gunfights are gonna feel with the new netcode. All these people are taking like all these crazy stances and shit, but for me, like, but I'm just saying that the shit just doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why you would try to make excuses for like having to be charged for something that you wouldn't normally be charged. It's just weird to me. Why do you want to pay more? Also, I want to thank the people that did follow me when I did make that video, because that thing ended up on trending, like not just gaming trending, like trending. That video was on trending. Okay, you want to sweat, man? I'm shooting his body. The beautiful thing about skill-based matchmaking is if I don't want to try, if I don't want to sit here and sweat, and I want to find an easier lobby to play in, I could just straight up leave. Like, I don't feel like trying this hard. I don't want to be forced to use a meta weapon and all this other shit. I could just straight up leave and go and find another game. Whereas in skill-based matchmaking, I'm just straight up locked in. There's nothing I can do. It's my fault for performing well. So I feel like instead of backing out, when people back out of games, they like take this hit to their ego and they would rather like stay and take the beating. So skill-based matchmaking kind of creates this illusion where you're just not gonna really have that many bad games anymore. So your ego doesn't take that hit anymore. And, like, skill-based matchmaking just lies to the player. Some people are like, yeah, but we're normal human beings. We're not good at the game. We admit that. We're fine with that. It feels like you're saying it like with a disdain towards players that did take the time though. Terrible rotation. I'm gonna keep shooting bodies now. They would basically have the game curate easier matches for themselves than just facing the reality that, like, in comparison to the majority of the player base, they are simply just not as good, and it gives them perspective. You basically make it so those players never have to play against anyone better than themselves. They never actually learn when they're improving or not. They can't actually see it. They don't get a feeling of progression, which I also think is a reason why a lot of them fall off of playing a lot of this. New weapon mastery system is New weapon mastery system is coming to season 17 of Apex Legends. Want to prove no one wields your favorite gun like you? Complete challenges and earn rewards that show you're a legend to be envied and feared. I mean, I do enjoy some mastery grind. It adds so much longevity to the game. Now, given I know Apex is like really a, you know, BR kind of thing, I have no idea how popular their respawn or TDM mode or whatever it's supposed to be is. I cannot imagine doing a mastery grind on BR. That shit is so mind-numbingly boring. I know some people say like the multiplayer arcade experience is really boring and bland to watch over and over and over again, but I feel like I'm from a different planet, dude. Because that's exactly what Battle Royale feels like to me. Like, watching it is so, it's difficult to watch it over and over again. So yeah, this is my Twitter now. It says this account is verified because they are subscribed to Twitter Blue and verified their phone number. I didn't pay for this, but since I have 1 million followers, I guess it came back. So I don't know. I still think it's stupid that anyone has to pay any money at all, but some people are steady making excuses for it, so I mean, they're gonna pay no matter what, I guess. I mean, that's up to them. Hopefully they get some value out of it. But yeah, last day of X Defiant is tomorrow. We got the silver camo. Might try to grind towards gold. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Maybe I will. It really depends. I feel like this game needs to have a release date before Call of Duty comes out. If this game is here and established before Call of Duty, not like right around Call of Duty, you want to dodge that window. They should definitely release this game like a month and a half before Call of Duty, maybe like a month or so. Have the game get the opportunity to ground itself in this area, and then if Call of Duty comes out and their multiplayer slash arcadey experience is just dead, then X Defiant wins in that part of the market. It's not going to kill Call of Duty. Call of Duty clearly feels like they don't need it anymore, and they're likely going to feel that way with Battle Royale. You guys are already feeling the, you know, effects of that with them trying to move more towards extraction shooter stuff. They're going to do the exact same, you know, system to all of you BR guys. So all of you guys that are like, oh, well, you're just old and that's why you like the arcade stuff. It's like you're eventually going to sound the exact same as me with Battle Royale. Gave Battle Royale a shot, and it admittedly is just simply not as fun to me as arcade experiences. That's just me. So this game can fill that where Call of Duty doesn't feel the need for it. They did that for, you know, over a decade plus. That was their identity. Now this is their identity that they're going with. Even though it's still a mixture of 20 different identities, it's still their identity. But X Defiant knows exactly what it is. They just need to execute, and this beta has all of the tools to execute.